Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So I would just like to thank everybody that like, comment, subscribe, and watch my videos. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Right now, I'm suffering through a lot of technical difficulties with my whole system. So some of these videos are very choppy. But let's get to it. Let's talk about the Dirty 30. Let's talk about the challenge. Okay, when we start off with talking about the challenge, right? You know what pissed me off was when I heard Leroy said, he rides everyone coattails. That's why he's here today, and he rides that's why he's a vet now, because he rides all their coattails to the end. And I was like, oh, so that's why you never won, Leroy, because you've been so busy riding these coattails. I've been rooting from you from the Jump Street. Since Real World, are you telling me the only reason why you got far is because you was riding coattails? You don't have your own brain. You don't think. I should have already thought about that, but I didn't think about that. I just thought that maybe it just wasn't the cut of the draw, because you couldn't swim. Things would happen. People would play mind games with you. So anyways, Leroy, I need you to put it together. I need you to start thinking for yourself. I need you to want to win this $1 million, because there's $1 million at stake. Even though you guys don't know, but there is $1 million at stake. So it gives validity to, Carmilla. When Carmilla was chosen to be on your team, for you guys to teammates, she was like, Leroy's only been a follower. He never has his own brain. So now we know sometimes Carmilla be telling the truth, because Leroy confirmed what she said was the truth, but they don't know that they confirmed each other's conversations. So moving on. So then we get Jimmy, she starts to talk about Knight. I did like Knight and Jimmy together on their Real World, Louisiana, whatever. It was cool. It was, R.I.P. Knight. He passed away. It's supposed to be a drug overdose that he died of or whatever. So Jimmy said that she took some time off from the challenges. She said it just didn't feel right jumping into it. So now she's ready to jump into the challenge. She's ready to do this, and she said now it feels like a whole different world, because this was her and Knight world, and now it's not. It's just her world now, because if you remember, her and Knight started off together. Her and Knight was there. It was just them two against the world. Even though they fought, they got angry with each other. But so we see. So it's good to see, her talk about Knight or whatever. And so then now it's time for the, whoever won the redemption challenge, which was Tony and Jenna. They get to pick out the teams for today. And today it's called Treasure, Pirates Treasure, I believe. Yeah, Pirates Treasure is going to be the challenge of today. So the leader, Tony and Jenna gets to pick whoever they want to be their partner, and then whoever else, they partner up people together. They can either disadvantage them or advantage them. And basically, Jenna was just like, yo, listen, I don't want to just like show my hands and my cards, but in this position you got to. Tony just doesn't care. He's just glad that he can pick a team. He can pick partners. But if I was Tony, I probably would have picked somebody else, Lori, but he didn't do bad. But I would have picked somebody else. I would have picked I don't think he had too much. I don't know. I just would have picked differently. So, anyways, Jenna, she picks bananas. Of course, she picks bananas. Tony picks Tori for his partner. And so then the rest, so then there's a bunch of other teammates. So I'll try to go through them real quick. So it's for round one, because there's gonna be 2 rounds. It's Bananas, Jenna, and it's gonna be Jordan and Kayla, Carmilla and CT, which is Carla Marie and CT. They're gonna be. That's the perfect team, because if you watched last season, they were just neck and neck. And then you got Camilla and Leroy, they're together, and you have Anissa and Derek. I really do like Derek, but Nisa and Derek just wasn't a good match. That was just a bad partnership. I don't know. So anyways, then the second team. So anyway, so then after, so we just talk about the first round. So basically, what they have to do is pull a treasure chest across, the beach or whatever. I think it's 100 yards. They gotta pull it across there with a rope, and it's really heavy. The name of the challenge is called Booty. So they have to pull the treasure chest 100 yards, and after pull it 100 yards, they have to put it on like a plank, like it almost looked like a deck, like a plank, and then they have to push the treasure chest to the other side, and they have to use their fingers to slide it through the little holes. So if you got big fingers, it's a disadvantage. If you don't know how to work as a team, then it's a disadvantage. And then after you do that, you carry the treasure chest, you jump over like 2 obstacles, then you bust it open, you bust the treasure chest open. Then after that, you take the flag that's inside and you hang your flag up, then you win. So whoever's in the whatever two teams, whatever, so you got team 1 and team 2. And so round 1 and round 2. Round 1 would be what's his name, CT and Camilla. CT and Carla Marie, they worked perfect together. It was like nothing. They just flew through everything. They worked together as a team, especially when it came to the plank. But one of the things they do have to do is after they pull their treasure chest, they have to carry it, and then they have to they have to dig a hole under like a pole to push the treasure chest under that, and then push their body under that, and then run with the treasure chest, and then go to the plank and move it. So now they also have to dig the treasure, like if they're digging for treasure, and then they have to go under the ground and bring the treasure chest up. So it's really not that easy, and it's hot. It's like how many degrees it is out there. It's just difficult. So, but CT and Carla Marie, they win number 1 for round 1. They're number 1, and then we get what's his name, Leroy and Carmilla, and then after that you have Jordan and Kayla. They're number 3. So you got Leroy and you got Carmilla are number 2, and then CT and Carla Marie are number 1. So they're all safe. Everything's no, they're not all safe, but that was the first team. And then the second team, the partnership was going to be round 2 is going to be Corey and Brittany. And you got Corey, Brittany, you got Hunter and Marie, you got Nelson and Veronica, you got Dario, Nicole, and Jamie and Emo. But you know what? In all my other videos, I was saying that, what's his name, Jordan's been laying low. I'm so surprised, and boy, this episode, he starts off with talking about people and putting the peanut butter, the jelly, and putting the caps on top of the bottles, and they're really upset, and he's really upset about it. He called them dirty, he called them nasty, he did all that good stuff. So I was like, damn, Jordan, I thought you was actually going to be quiet, Mr. John Holmes. But no, Jordan couldn't do it. Jordan had to just do his thing and bitch, moan, and complain, or just stir up the pot. He could have just been under the radar. So far, the people that are keeping under the radar that I was talking about is Derek is keeping under the radar, and who else is the other person? Hunter, because Hunter really has the ego like Jordan as well. But last season he was loud about it. He's keeping under the radar. Right now, this episode, Corey's been under the radar, and Nelson's been under the radar this episode too as well. So let's keep going. So the second team, I just named them. And so Nelson and Veronica, they went first place. But the thing about it is Corey didn't cheat, but he switched his treasure chest with the other people who were supposed to go next. And so when you're digging in the hole on the beach where there's a pole where you have to dig a hole like you're groundhog or something, and then push the treasure chest under, and then push your body under, then your other teammate, your other partner push the treasure chest under, and then you grab it from the other side, and then they come down. So but you have to do it in order, but there's 2 parts where you can do it. So the vets, most of the vets, they were 2 sides. Some of them helped each other, some of them didn't. But the round 2, they all just got into one area, and it slowed some people up. If they would have done, if 4 people would have dug their old hole together and helped each other out that way, then the other 4 would have been quick, and it would have been more of a challenge for them. But since people was waiting, Corey was sitting there like, I'm fanning myself, I'm taking my time, I ain't got to do nothing. totally like, I expect more from you, Corey. But hey, you came in second place. And so Nicole, she didn't even help Dario. Poor Dario. And Dario's been on a lay low too as well, because usually he's loud and obnoxious. So Amo and Jenna are partners. Amo and Jimmy are partners because she did Jenna wrong by throwing her in at the other the last episode, the double X round or whatever. So she ends up getting Amo, and so they can't do it. And then guess what? Camilla and freaking Derek H couldn't even complete the freaking obstacle. They got stuck on the plant. They couldn't get it through. And I'm surprised, Johnny Bananas and Jenna, they came in. Johnny Bananas and Jenna, they came in fourth place. And Derek came in last place. Jordan and Kayla, they came in third place. So anyways, with the second round, Nicole, she wasn't even trying to help, Dario at all. And so Corey was just waiting for people to dig the hole. And so whoever was smart enough, they'll wait for other people to dig the hole, switch the treasure chest, and then boom, take off. So Nelson and Veronica won. Corey and Brittany, they won second place. Third place was Hunter and Marie. And so then you got the bottoms. Whoever was in the bottom up for elimination or whatever. So automatically goes in. So Jordan and not Jordan, but Derek and Anissa was supposed to automatically go in. And Tony and Tori was supposed to automatically go in. That was the bottom round too. Then you had the bottom of the second team was who was the bottom of the second team? The bottom of the second team was Amo and Jimmy and Dario and Nicole. So, but they had to vote. So them are the people that can automatically go up for the elimination and all that other stuff. But then before that, everyone's chilling, and what happens is everyone's chilling and everything, and then everybody goes out. They get drunk, they're having a good time. They get out on the bus, and everyone's just rapping and rapping and having a good time or whatever. And then Jordan, Dario says to Tony, how you be riding for Johnny Bananas when he ain't never sent a gift. He never sent a gift to your baby shower to both of them either. Like, he was just saying, like, he's never sent a gift to any of your kids' baby showers. How you ride from? Because it was like a freestyle battle, whatever. Some of it rhymed and some of it didn't rhyme. And then and so then that's when Jimmy, she jumps Jimmy, she jumps in and she says to Jordan, you better stop rubbing, Kayla's back like that before you get that itch that Corey had. And so then, Jordan jumps back, and then Jordan says to Jamie, you better stop talking crap with your Down syndrome looking face. And so when he said that, the whole bus got silent. But Johnny Bananas was like, when the bus gets silent, that means you did something wrong. So then everybody goes in an uproar. They're yelling at Jordan. They're like, Jordan, you this, Jordan, you that. Jordan's trying to plead his case. He's yelling. Jamila, Jimmy, she's crying. Anise is jumping in. Anise needs to mind her business and work on practicing and being a better, sports, because I'm rooting for you to win. And so all the girls are going at, Jordan, because, they was like, you should be the poster child of defending people with disability, because you have a disability, because everybody knows that Jordan does have a disability. He only has a thumb and a finger like that or whatever. And so it was like, how can you say that? And then, Jimmy, she's all crying, whatever, but she knows that this is good for her too as well, because she's no dummy, she's no fool. She knows everybody's gonna have sympathy for her. Tony, he's happy. Anybody that has a chance to be voted in is happy that all this attention is directed off of them, and it's on who is on Jordan. So Jordan's around the house apologizing, but Jimmy, she forgives Jordan or whatever, but the house doesn't forgive Jordan. So now when they have to go deliberate who's gonna go into the who's gonna go into the challenge or the battle or whatever, if Jordan would have kept his mouth closed, it'd have been okay. But what it is, so Carmella, not Carmella, so Carla Marie and Veronica, you know, they deliberate, and, you know, they really, Veronica really wants to throw, and, you know, Kayla, but, you know, Carla Marie, she doesn't want the strong players to go in. She wants to get rid of the weak players first. So they all choose to vote on Marie. And so then after that, the guys is CT, and it's Nelson, and, you know, CT wants Corey to go in, and Nelson wants Tony to go in, but so they can't come to an agreement. So they're basically, their agreement will be Jordan or whatever. Because everyone's mad at Jordan. So CT says it's an easy vote. Let's just put Jordan in because everyone's mad at Jordan. But all the guys are mad at Jordan. And all the females are mad at Jordan because of his statement. Then early in the day, he was complaining, calling people pigs and slob. I was like, I thought Jordan was just going to come through and be quiet and just, you know, win, show like his skills. So then now they have to go to the double round. They have to go to the double X round. I keep forgetting the name of the double X round. The triple X round, whatever. So if you get the double X, you're safe. So anyways, Anissa, she gets the double X. So she throws in, you know, Tori, because she doesn't want to throw in Jimmy, because, you know, she defended her all night against Jordan, and she said to go get some morals. And so, and she's friends with Nicole, so she didn't want to throw Nicole in. And who was the other girl? I think that's it. So then anyways, we get to the guys. Jordan, not Jordan, but, you know, Derek H. That's crazy how Anissa and Derek H both got the double X, and they both, you know, came in the bottom. They didn't even finish the freaking challenge. So so Derek H, he picked Ammo because he doesn't have any alliance with Ammo at all. And, you know, he gives his little speech like, I'm sorry, try to take away anybody's opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And so then so now it's going to be Tori going against Marie, which is at the bottom of the screen. Tori going against Marie, and it's going to be Jordan going against Ammo. And we also learn while Jordan and Ammo are doing their battle, whatever, what's his name? Ammo used to be Mormon and shit like that. So anyways, Jordan is having a hard time. It's kind of like a difficult, you know, thing for Jordan, because Jordan only has his hands like this, so only really has one hand. And basically they wear like this jumpsuit, like, you know, it looks like a fireman suit or astronaut suit, whatever, and has these little Velcro tags that you got to take off. And so, but you got to wrestle in a ring to try to get it off near on dirt or whatever. But they're blindfolded at the same time. So Ammo is putting up a big. I almost thought Ammo was gonna beat Jordan, but he didn't. It was down to like one patch. Jordan just was like, yo, it's trying to body slam him, it's trying to throw him, it's trying to flip him, I'm going to injure him, whatever way it is. Jordan was like, it's time for no nonsense because I ain't going home. And we know Jordan's a good contender. It would have been very, very shocking if Jordan would have got sent home, because we know Jordan's a good player, but what happens is his ego gets in the way and he just totally mess up. So, but Ammo really did have a chance with winning the situation, because, you know, they're blindfolded, and plus, you know, Jordan only has one hand really to take the patches off. Jordan's using his teeth, whatever. So all of a sudden, Ammo, he flips out like he's having like a seizure. It doesn't look like a seizure, like a panic attack. He's just crying. They're calling the medics. Everybody's like, yo, what's going on? And it was like, oh my God. So Ammo, I don't know. It looks crazy, but I wish. Then it was crazy. So now next episode we'll see the two girls go at it. We'll see Marie and Tori go at it, and that's gonna be crazy too, because they're gonna be blindfolded. But, you know, none of them has a disability, so they'll both have all four hands, and we'll see if Jordan's able to win back over the house. And then we find out Anissa is going to end up hooking him up with Veronica. So I guess I was right about Veronica being, you know, passed around, you know what. And so we find out Kayla has a boyfriend. If she has a boyfriend, why is she so worried about Corey? So we'll see what happens in that situation. and what's really gonna go down. It's gonna get ugly, and I'm waiting for it. So peace. I'm out. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. And hopefully all my technical difficulties will be over soon. Peace. I'm out.